You must first let me finish my thought. You must hear me out.
Mary enters and she starts polishing the furniture.
Well, of course I'll hear you out, Judah. You underestimate your value to me. I want to know what goes on in that devious mind of yours.
I want you to think about this before we present it to the rest of the cabinet.
Huh?
J.D., we should free our slaves.
Have you lost your mind?
We'll put them in the army.
No!
I asked you to hear me out.
Judah, why do you think we fight this war? Those Yankee devils want to do just that. In fact, they use it as a battle cry to enlist more soldiers.
We need help to win this war. England would enter this war on our side if we could free our slaves.
It's out of the question.
In Britain, they have abolished slavery. It is the major sticking point of contention for any nation that might want to help us.
I don't care. I want my niggers.
If Queen Victoria sees that we have freed our slaves, we take away the moral issue Lincoln is counting on to rally his forces. Think of this rationally.
This isn't a moral issue. It's economics, pure and simple. Slaves are property. And I'm not being irrational, Judah.
J.D., we could put them in the army.
I cannot have young white crackers fighting side by side with niggers.
Why not?
Because they don't own any slaves. And see, they're not part of our aristocracy.
You can convince them using Southern patriotism. You are our Washington. We need those black bodies shooting Yankees.
No, we need those black bodies in the fields, in the warehouses, in the railroads, the canals, the highways. We need those black bodies in the iron mines, the coal mines. We cannot do without cheap labor at this most important juncture of the war.
Point taken. I don't agree, but your point is taken.
Besides, you think the rest of the cabinet would go along with that?
That is why I wanted you to lay the groundwork now. For what is sure to come later, we are vastly outnumbered. Right now, our enemy is inexperienced and they lack true leadership. Once they find a strong commander, our battles will not be so easily won.
The Bible says that niggers are the sons of Ham. It's out of the question. Next order of business.
I wanted to free our slaves before the Yanks actually hit upon this idea themselves.
Oh, you think those northern bigots would fight next to a nigger? Let's close this subject.
The Yanks do not want free niggers running around their cities any more than we do, but they will do anything to win this war.
Next order of business.
J.D., one last thought, and then I'm finished.
Oh, for God's sake. Knox, why must I endure this?
If this war keeps taking their men, at some point they will enlist niggers to fight side by side with white men. Yankee white men.
Don't you believe it? They are duplicitous. I used to listen to them talk about niggers in the halls of the Senate. They do what's politically expedient, nothing more and nothing less.
And so must we, J.D. Free our slaves.
No! Judah. The Yankees fighting side by side with niggers? Well, not even they would do that. They are uncivilized beasts. But no one would fight side by side with a nigger. Who would put a gun in the hands of a nigger? Now, for God's sake, don't bring this up in the meeting. We'll never get anything done. Don't worry about the mule going blind. Just load the wagon.
I would do it myself, but I have enemies in that room.
As long as I'm president, your position is secure. Come. Let me show you what I want to do with our army. I want to take Washington. We run that guy out of the White House, and we have both a moral and a physical victory.
Well, let us look at our troops. This is a well-guarded fortress.
Yes, but if we work our way into the territory, say through Baltimore, we could effect a blow that would devastate their spirit.
Good idea, J.D. General Johnston, General Beauregard had great success at Bull Run.
Beauregard is a pain in my ass.
I know that you and Gustav do not get along, but he is a savvy general.
We'll lay our options before Johnston. I'd rather he got it. And if he's of the opinion that we'd be better served by using Beauregard, I'll acquiesce.
Spoken like a true commander.
Come on. I don't want to be late for our meeting. Nothing worse than a room full of fidgety peckerwoods.
Let me just gather my notes.
No, leave them. You know what you want to say.
Mary dusts the table where they were working. She is alone in Jefferson's office. She goes over his maps and some letters. She fakes dusting, then picks up another letter and she reads it. Unknown to her, old Robert enters the room. He watches her. She dusts some more, then picks up another letter and reads it.
I see what you was doing.
You see me working?
Seeing what you was doing.
Oh, Robert, are you talking in riddles?
Don't let Mary don't know no riddles, just know what I seen.
And just what do you think you saw?
Know what I saw. Saw you read.
Now you know niggas can't read.
Guess you ain't no nigga then, cause I seen you read. Is you colored? Or just a Negro? You know, you play dumb, but you ain't. Been around a long time, little Mary. Seen a whole lots of things. Good thing, bad thing. Beautiful thing, downright evil thing. I used to be young Robert, don't you know? See, I knows how to avoid trouble. And I knows how to multiply good time. You know how I do that?
No, oh, Robert, how you do that?
I looks a person in the eye. A white man's eyes can't hold no secret without him telling you it's a secret. Well, I seen him try to hide a secret. But I've been around long enough to recognize a lie or see the truth sitting right there in the eye. I know when a white man's scared. Know when they're working themselves up, they're beating the nigga's ass. That's all in the eye. But when I take off my shirt right here, you ain't gonna find no scars on my back. And that ain't no accident, because I know the truth of what I see. So now, little Mary, I'm gonna ask you a question. And if when you value old Robert as a friend, you're gonna look me in the eye and you're gonna spread truth all over your woods.
I value you, old Robert.
We gonna see. Little Mary Bowser, was you reading Master Jeff private papers?
Oh, Robert, I want you to come close and look me dead in my eyes. Oh, Robert, make no mistake. I can read any word put in front of me and I can write it too if I got the mind to do so.
I knew it! I knew it! Little Mary, I got you. Yes, indeedy, I got you. Got a secret to tell you. I knows my alphabet. All 26 letters. Recognize certain words too, but I want to know more. Can you help me? Ain't easy around here. Want to be able to read before I die.
You want a teacher?
Had to be done in secret.
You want to learn how to write too?
Lord have mercy, angel! If it ain't a bother.
One is just as dangerous as the other. If we're going to leap into the river, we might as well go with both feet.
Little Mary, you got gumption. I ain't seen that look in a nigga's eye since John Love run, no.
Oh, Robert, you ain't what everybody think you are you? You have disguised your contempt for this peculiar institution in a jovial demeanor.
Love the sound of them words. Promise me you show me what they look like.
I promise.
Yes, you know your secret's safe with me.
That's why I told you the truth. Shylock is the name of a character in a play. He lends folks money.
What's the name of the play?
Mercantile of Venice.
Who wrote it?
Willis Shakes the Spear.
I say this, man. You is a pretty smart nigga.
Some might say I'm special.
Then Mary, answer me this. Why you want to read Master Joe private papers?
Oh, Robert, you know how white folks feel about darkies reading. If I glance at a piece of paper, easier not to get caught. If I open up a book, it's easier to get caught.
This here is a brand new day. I'm gonna use that trick myself when I'm ready.
Oh, Robert, what are you humming about?
Nothing, ma'am.
Blackout. Scene 8. Davis White House stateroom. Verena is sitting at a table writing a letter and sipping her green fairy. Jefferson enters.
Who you riding to?
Mary Chestnut.
Mary Chestnut. Oh. That's that woman with an ass like a $40 mule.
Stop it, Jeff.
Well, fact is fact. My, your hair looks beautiful today. Why are you riding it?
The lack of a social circle here. And the lack of my acceptance into a social circle here. Have you been using my stationery?
No, why?
Well, I'm sure I had more paper than I have.
Tell her husband hello. Haven't you been making friends here?
Richmond's hard, Jeff. I heard a rumor they like calling me Queen Verena. These women seem to want to criticize you before they get to know you.
All of them?
Well, Lizzie's a dear. She's been a great help and a blessing to me. I would more the ladies were as open and kind as she.
Well, she may be crazy, but she does have good taste in choosing her friends.
And how are things progressing with the war? May a wife be of assistance to her husband? May the lady that is first in your life be the first to hear.
I'll tell you, this General Johnston is becoming a pain. First it was Beauregard, and I think he poisoned the well, because now I'm getting resistance from Johnston. His animosity just leaps off the goddamn page. He acts as if I was never a soldier, knew nothing about fighting on the battlefield.
Get rid of him. Demote him.
I can't. He's too valuable.
He knows that. Therefore, he is being arrogant. Beauregard, too. Huh. Promote Lee. You like him, and he seems to be quite capable.
Robert E. Lee.
Yes. That will give Johnston and Beauregard their comeuppance, and it lets them know they can be replaced.
You know, Rena, that's actually a very good idea.
Every once in a while, a wife can rise to the occasion.
Yes, you can. Tastes like absinthe.
Comfort me. Jeff, some days I wish you were a dry goods clerk. Well, then we could dine in peace on a mutton scrag at 3 and take an airing on Sundays in a little buggy with no back, drawn by a one-eyed horse at 50 cents an hour. And then Yankees either by here or there or anywhere.
Someday, honey, you will have all of that. But you gotta give me a horse with two good eyes.
Blackout. Scene 9. Davis White House kitchen. It is night. Old Robert is sitting at a table. There are writing utensils on that table, and Mary is pointing to some letters on a piece of paper.
X, Y, Z.
You didn't miss a one. You know your alphabet.
Told you.
Look at these 5 letters. Can you tell me what they are?
A, E, I, O, U. Is that a word?
No, but they're real important letters. They help make a word. Say them again.
A, E, I, O, U.
That last letter is pronounced U. Say that. U.
You.
You. Now, those letters are called vowels. Now, on this piece of paper, I want you to write those letters.
Nice paper. Where'd you get it?
You want to learn how to write, or you want to open up a stationery store? You know we're going to have to destroy that paper, right?
Damn sure do. So can I ask you a question?
Don't worry, we'll learn the rest of the letters later. First, I want you to understand what those 5 letters do.
That wasn't my question.
Oh, sorry.
Miss Elizabeth give you a man.
I ain't married.
Why, I love Mary Bowles. If I were 10 years younger, you'd be mine. I'd have Miss Rena buy you for me.
10 years?
Okay, 20 years younger. Okay, 30 years younger, black don't crack.
30 years younger, they should call you not so old Robert.
Damn! Can you tell how old I am? All right, 40 years younger, that's all I'm admitting to. But I'd make sure your master was good to you. I'd make sure you was fed with their leftovers.
You get those kind of privileges?
Then Mary, I knows how to handle white folks. Look at my belly. I come by that honest.
Oh, you come by that honestly, huh?
Come from good eating. They like me, they feed me. So how does letter look?
That's good. Don't stop. Keep going. You were never married?
I had me a beautiful wife when I was a younger man. Had her for 14 years. Then they sold her someplace in Tennessee. We was in love. I sure did love me some Lorraine Brown.
Lorraine.
How y'all gal? Loved us some Robert Brown too. We had 4 children. I was young then. Young and hot and full of devil men.
Where are your children now?
Wished I knew. Sold. Someplace in the South. Well, I think my youngest boy is up north. Might even be free by now. He was a smart one. Knew how to whack them white folk.
Like his daddy.
Spitting image too. Amos Brown. Yes, he was my heart, don't you know?
Amos Brown of Boston.
Maybe. Wished I could have seen them all grow up. Was Ernestine, Olive, Sylvester, and Amos. Those were mine. Lorraine sure didn't know how to make some beautiful babies.
Those were yours.
Hell, a gal as pretty as Lorraine, you think the master wasn't gonna give her some children? She had 12. How does letter look?
That's good. Don't stop. Keep going.
What is this on the top of the line?
That's a dot for the letter I. Union win this war. Maybe someday you see your children. Go north. Find Amos.
Little girl, think it. Don't say it.
They say the Union win this war, we all be free.
A little late for me, don't you know? Ain't possible. Freedom? This dog is too old to learn that new trick.
Oh, Robert, look at yourself. Right now you're learning how to ride and doing a damn good job. Maybe it's time you rethink your situation.
Oh, Lord, it's time to go.
But you're not finished.
I got to do my favorite ride chore. All this just have to wait. This is more important.
Lights go to half. Scene 10. Lights up on Jeff Davis's White House office. Old Robert stops and leans in the doorway. Old Robert enters.
Is it time?
Yes, it is time.
How are your day, Master Joe?
Old Robert gets a decanter of whiskey and pours whiskey into a fine crystal glass.
Thank God for small reward.
Yes, sir.
Old Robert hands Jefferson the drink.
Deo Vindice.
Got that damn language thing, ain't it?
Yes, old Robert. That is Latin.
I knew it with that.
Old Robert gets a
French?
worn mug and pours a
What do you
shot
mean?
into that mug.
God will vindicate. Thinking about making that our motto. Deo Vindice.
So we're winning, huh?
Yes, old Robert, we are winning our battles. Just won the Battle of Bull Run. Lincoln replaced General McDowell with General McClellan. McClellan's a joke. The man's a martinet, not a strategist. We got those Yankees in a tizzy.
You know, Master Joe, I heard Mr. Judah say something about that bull run, but I wasn't quite sure what it was all about.
Well, what'd you hear?
Well, I heard how somebody's bull got out, and us and the Yankees was chasing him, trying to get him back in the pasture.
Well, that is very logical. It's not the case, but I do admire your sense of logic.
Well, this our clothes?
Bull Run is the place we fought those Yankees. It's in Manassas. And we weren't chasing any bull, we were shooting at each other.
And we won?
Captured 1,000 Yankee prisoners.
Ah! Somebody know that's a real weapon. What you going to do with him?
Oh, there's a building here in Richmond, the Libby Building.
Then it's going to be the living prison.
Yep. And my generals brought me a little bonus, bragging rights to take to Lincoln.
What y'all bragging about?
First, give me a little bit more of that Kentucky mash. Deo Vindice. With our hearts in God and our own firm hearts and strong arms, we will vindicate the right as best we may.
12-year-old Kentucky tastes good.
Yes, it does. Satisfies my soul.
Master Jeff, where did my Lorraine go?
Lorraine? Lorraine. Oh, Lorraine. Why do you ask?
You say, satisfy my soul. That little gal made my soul satisfied. I'm just wondering if she's safe in this here walk. Wonder where she might be.
Daddy sold her to Forrest's Memphis slave pen. That was years ago. No telling where she is now.
You think she's safe?
Well, there's no way of knowing. There's a war on and things are changing.
Why he sell her?
Well, it was a business decision, old Robert. Don't take it personal. She stopped making babies. We needed young, fertile girls, and she'd outlived her usefulness as a breeder. It was time for a new investment.
I sure did love that gal.
She lost her value, old Robert. Had to be done. Besides, I'm sure she ended up in a house somewhere and not in the fields.
You know it's for certain?
Not for certain. It was such a long time ago, and there's this war on, and things are changing, so.
Guess I lost that gal to the mysteries of the unknown.
Now, don't you fret. That milk is spilt. Let me tell you about my bonus.
Ready here, Master Joe.
There's this congressman from New York, Alfred Eli. Well, he come down from Washington to sit in his buggy and gloat. Thought we were gonna lose the Battle of Bull Run. So he's sitting out there in his buggy, eating fried chicken, cornbread, and swilling hooch. Sitting out there like he was in a theater watching a play, ready to cheer on those bluecoats.
Well, what's the bonus?
He's in my new prison.
No more fried chicken for that Yankee! You know, Master Joe, I believe that a good omen.
Well, I'm not superstitious, but that is a good omen. Who is it?
Judah!
Come in. Old Robert poured Judah a drink.
I was told to give this to you right away.
2 fingers?
2 fingers would be fine.
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Sons of bitches, those goddamn Yankee low-life conniving bastards.
Mary quietly sips in the room and starts to
What
polish
is
the
it? What is
furniture.
this?
God damn it, Judah. They're stealing my niggers.
3 slaves, Frank Baker, James Townsend, and Shepard Mallory, had been contracted by their masters to help construct defense batteries at Sewell's Point for the Confederacy.
Keep reading,
so what?
keep reading.
They escaped at night and rode a skiff to Old Point Comfort, where they sought asylum at Fort Monroe. The Yankees agreed to asylum.
Now that is outright stealing. Any runaway gets to the Union lines is classified as contraband? The nerve of those bastards! We have an agreement. The Fugitive Slave Act. They have an obligation to return our slaves.
No, J.D., they don't.
What do you mean they don't?
Well, the Fugitive Slave Act started 11 years ago. We are now a foreign power. They had an obligation to the United States. We are no longer united. We seceded. Oh, this is clever. Very clever. Very smart. Who did this?
You tell me those Yankees can take my niggas? Is that what you're taking? They can steal my niggas and that's legal?
We're at war. New rules are made up every day to support each side.
So those 3 runaways make it to Fort Monroe, beg the Yankees to give them asylum, and those bastards do it, and then when we request a return, they pull this contraband shit, and that's legal?
General Butler. General Butler is a clever son of a bitch. You have to admit, this is very smart, J.D. Very smart.
I don't have to admit a goddamn thing. I want my niggers back.
The only way we can do that is to take Fort Monroe. Oh, they are playing a hard-fought game. Score 1 for the blue. It is time for the gray to come up with some countermeasure.
Damn right.
Something that will upset Lincoln as much as he's upset you. Let us ruminate on this situation and then come up with a viable counterattack. We must not let our emotions dictate our actions.
All right. What about our Navy? Has the Merrimack been converted yet?
Yes, it is now the CSS Virginia. It should be seaworthy any day now.
I'll figure out a plan to slap those Yankees silly. Let them look to the land and we'll arrive by sea.
Verena enters. She has a glass in her hand and takes a sip.
There you are, old Robert. I need you.
Yes.
Gentlemen, I need 2 more strong men. Could I impose upon you for just 1 minute of your time?
Hell no.
Certainly, Verena. Come on, Jeff. We need a little calming down here.
Marina, this isn't gonna take a couple days. What are you drinking?
A green fairy.
Mary's alone in the office. Mary goes and gets a book and opens it and lays it on the table. She gets a quill and paper from her apron and writes down some notes from the papers on Jefferson's desk. Her back is to the door. Verena returns. She cannot see that Mary is writing, but she does see her hunched over the table.
Mary, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Clearly you were doing something that looked